Hey, hope you're doing well. I'm working on a new EP. I don't know, normally I'm more the person like just making tracks, put them in folders, when they work together, making an EP out of it, hit my face against the keyboard and then this is the track name or something, I'm not really a concept person, I would say. I believe there's unlimited possibilities for randomness, so I also believe that in names. So, true story with the keyboard, huh? But this time it's different. This time, I don't know, I got the concept by doing the tracks. The way how I do it. The way how I call my techno, when people ask me, it's hypnotic techno. But what is this hypnotic? Techno, we know what it is. But what is the hypnotic? I describe it most of the time like with loops. Loops, they are repeating and repeating, and it's like a mantra, what you're repeating the sentence all the time and you're getting in this, in a way, different conscious. Maybe I go a little bit too deep here, but I want to share something with you. So the MORDIO project was for me always like a techno project, but I always wanted to get, in a way, my own style of techno and take the current position of techno but break it to where we are in the moment and find influences from outside and just get a little step further, because we all know techno it have so much variation in the genre. I can't believe it's crazy. The deep side of techno was always interesting for me, but there was like people like Mike Parker that gives me this like hypnotic soundscapes. Like the sound design that he do was just like something different, and then I stick from there and going deeper the rabbit hole of like deep techno and what I call hypnotic techno. So with my new EP I try to delete all I know about techno and just focus only on that hypnotic sound design from techno, and I let myself inspire rhythmical side more like from African music and jazz. Then I take a little bit step further and also just said to myself, you only record it with your modular system in stems in your computer. This is some months ago where I started this, but like before I don't did it like this. Now I do all my tracks like this because I realized it's amazing. I just found out like when you give yourself like a concept and like rules how to make that EP, quite interesting what you can find out, in a way what I want to share with you. But yeah, let's go back to the story. The way how I work was like I start to patch my eurorack system with the idea that like the math have to be like in the rhythmical way African and jazz, but the sound design, like how I want to use filters and everything, was this hypnotic resonance filter type of techno, and the BPM of course was the techno range. So, but I go quite slow in the end because it was so mental what I hear that I guess all the tracks are on 150 BPM. And so what I did, I patch in this, with this in my mind, I patch and I don't listen it. The fader was down, the master fader. So I patch, thinking really mathematic, and when I was finished, then I put the fader up and I listen what I have, and I start to really fast sound design that it sounds like, I guess, because I have already the idea of the rhythmic, and there was already a surprise, like my kick rhythms and all that stuff was already different than normally, because normally you hear it, you're like, oh no, I want this pattern, because you're used to this techno kick pattern. But when you don't listen it, you don't can hear it, so you just stick to the plan in a way. And then you put the fader up, you're surprised what you actually create, because you hear already like 10 stems in my case. And then this 10 stems, hilarious what it came out. It was a completely new rhythm that I never would do on my own, But the machine gave me this like crazy idea and I started to do it. And then I formed the sounds. So after I said, okay, this sounds amazing now, I line back and I just listened to it for like I would say 10 minutes, and I still like it. So I said, okay, let's record the steps. So I route everything of my mixer into Ableton and I recorded steps. So I got like 10 channels of separate kick, hi-hat, la la la. And with this I got my stems. Then I start to be in Ableton and just put like dynamic processing, compression, EQ, stuff like this, utility. And then I make a stereo image, inform the sounds a bit, give them a bit more punch. Just to have not the raw sound and having this like finished track feeling already. Then I start to mix a bit. But already I got the arrangement and everything, all the moments where I make the kick off, I just jam it in a way when I record. So I just let it like it is, make fade in and fade out, and then I got the track with the punch from the dynamic processing. After this, I listened to that EP on my headphones and everywhere where I was. 4 weeks I guess now. Like normally I try to release it instantly, but there was a personal EP feeling for me. This is what I mean with the concept. It happens to you and you realize, woo, it's a LP feeling. With this LP feeling in my heart, I said, hey, this EP needs promotion and I'm really bad with promotion and all that stuff. I know how it works in the technique side, but doing it, I should do more. Self-releases don't help in the beginning when you don't have an audience. But with self-releases, you can release your stuff, yeah, on the day you want. But yeah, this time I said, yo, IO Records, there's my new EP, should we release it? And they say, of course, mate. They love it, they love the new idea, and I get really positive feedback. So yeah, I don't know, I guess 3 months till now, and then it will come out on IO Records. Pump. But what I try to say with that video here is like, sometimes this concept, I don't know if you are a concept person or more like me, like randomness for the win, but sometimes when you feel like, oh, I did that one track so different to everything I do normally, try to find a concept and follow this concept like a rule for your next tracks. Quite interesting what you can do with that, I have to say. It's fresh. It's fresh way to make music sometimes for me. It was an interesting feeling to set to myself, oh, 150 BPM, rhythmical wise, I don't will hear it, so I will surprise myself by patching, and then, you know, like just one of the workflows I found out for like 4 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago, and now I stick to that workflow in a way. I really love it, actually. It's my new workflow. So I'm really interested in what you think about that workflow, if you try it too, or if you have tried already, and if you have different workflows, how you create your music. Please write at me in the comments, it's really interesting for us all, I guess. And where I'm also interested in is what subgenre of techno is your favorite, and like where you see the overlap. Like, let's have some genre talk, because there's many, and I guess I just know some, you know. I was really not a techno guy for some years ago. I think it's just 5 years now where I do really techno music. So yeah, write me some stuff in the comments, I'm really interested. And yeah, click the red one, join the community, and we see us soon. Have a great week. Bye.